I know we normally do this at the end, but can we talk about this Neopets thing?
Sure.
Because what the fuck?
I missed this.
So basically, some chick went to check on her Neopets because it had been a while, and so she had like some kind of rare Neopet. Basically, last time she had checked her Neopets, I'm gonna say Neopets a lot. You're gonna realize in this.
Yep.
So basically, at some point, Neopets had like an overhaul of their art style. But not every Neopet got this overhaul. So there are these kind of rare ones that are the old art style. So she had one of these, and it had somehow been stolen from her account and passed around by people in like a Neopets black market.
Okay.
And so apparently Neopets has like notoriously bad security.
Yeah. I've heard of that quite often.
Which is why I'm glad the only time I ever played it was on computers at school when I was supposed to be doing schoolwork. Let's see. Yeah, basically she had to like go to the staff, and they had to go through like the chain of transactions, kind of like a blockchain, and fucking basically get her shit back. Super weird, but apparently it's been going on for a few months, where people are making huge ass like sales. It's crazy. It's a super long article, so if you really want to check out the full details, I'll put it in the description of everything. But basically, no one was paying attention to Neopets, not even the staff really, and people have been going back and forth trading super rare Neopets, and it's just weird. It's baffling that, because this is like whenever like some weird shit happens on like Club Penguin or something, you know, where you know, it's like if there's a secret ring going on in the Club Penguin, and it's like, what?
That was a weird story. that was a while. That was a long while ago.
Yeah, but yeah. But I fucking remember that shit. Oh, I'm sorry, a secret monster ring. And
yeah, sorry, yeah, right. It's a monster.
You have to go over that.
I will, yeah, I'll bleep that out. 5 minutes in. So it's just crazy. I'm really, the real reason I even posted this story was because I was like, Neopets are still around?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. I'm like, so how is this site still up?
Yeah, it's super weird because it doesn't. I don't know how they make their money. I guess on advertisements, but
Have you seen that fucking site recently?
yeah,
It is
not recently.
It is 10% game and 90% ads,
Wow.
Jesus, okay.
and it's all ads for like Babylon and stuff. Like,
Man, like this doesn't surprise me too much. Just like the whole black market pet trading thing, for the simple fact that I forget what country it was, but there was a country that uses RuneScape currency as actual real money.
Yeah, I did see that story. Yeah.
I don't know if it's still a thing, but that always makes me think of this kind of stuff. I'm like, when a video game becomes more real than
The game,
real currency.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just weird that like anytime something that like everyone thought was dead is actually a center for some really dark shit, you know, where people are getting their shit stolen and their accounts hacked, and
like,
but they're just selling the stupid ass little animals back and forth, right?
I'm just
they're not like drug transactions.
I'm just waiting for when people start using certain video games for black market dealing.
oh, that already happens.
Do you guys remember that story a few years ago of those guys who got busted with some weird like gambling ring on Twitch or whatever?
Oh, the CS one.
Is that what it was? I was trying to remember what game it was.
I mean, there was.
But they were like running bets, and they were also like running the system behind the scenes or whatever.
Yeah, that was the big
Making money
CS:GO
on the side.
controversy with like T Martin
Yeah.
and fucking what's his bitch.
Kind of like what EA's doing right now, or those EA employees.
Yes. Yes, the soccer is at it again. FIFA
Dude,
is at it
fucking
again.
come on. Can we get
Sports games are a scam. Sports games are a
can we get
scam.
1 month where like maybe somebody could say something positive about those games and then not have it immediately reversed?
I feel like it was last year. I'm pretty sure it was last year where all of FIFA esports was 100% a scam.
Yeah, they like didn't they had to put in like $2,000 or something stupid like that?
So the top so the way they did the esports was you play ranked matches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your ranked matches decide your score. Well, the top 10 players all, or like the top like X number of players, all got in a Discord and threw matches to get most points out of it. Because
I think I did hear about that.
so like the way it worked would be like they'd get in this. If they got matched up with each other on the ranked, they would throw the match so the match would go by faster, and they would both get points for it, and then they would just ladder themselves up because apparently you weren't losing as much points as you were gaining per win.
What the fuck?
So you could just ladder your whole group together up. So the top ranked people who won the tournaments were all these people in this one Discord. So they had to shut down the esports for it. So yeah,
That's why
that was last year.
That's why these video games should never have a real money component. That was always the biggest fuck up of the industry. I just posted a link to the EA shit going on, just in case you want to brush up on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it real quick. But yeah, like it should not have an end game money component. I feel like when you buy a game, unless you're buying like skins or things like that, really should not have.
Like, you shouldn't be buying like the best stats player, you know, and shit. It's like, why? Like, can't we just earn it like the old days?
Like either earn it through story missions, which means like, oh yeah, you just play the story mode and you get everything. Or like, if you're going to have a system where you get to buy characters through earning points, don't make it like a year grind to get one character.
Don't make it fucking ridiculous.
Like, I feel like any game that has like a grind system that's not an MMO or something like that should be like max, like any single player game, I should say, any single player game that's not like an MMO or like a long RPG should be like a max of 50 hours to grab everything.
It should be, yeah, your grinding should be, your leveling up and grinding should be way more rewarding. Which again, this also ties into another story we have where the Marvel's Avengers game is making it harder to level up and grind.
Wait, you say they're making it harder? Didn't they already do something like this like 2 weeks ago?
So the whole criticism of it was that it was already hard as fuck to get levels and grind. So Crystal Dynamics decided, hey, let's make it even harder.
They said they put out a tweet or something like an official statement saying that any grinding you want to get done needs to be done before March 17th because we're gonna make it harder.
What the fuck?
Like, I feel like it was like reverse psychology of them trying to be like, buy our game
right
now,
get in now, level up now, and you know, because maybe you'll like, because they want people who are like on the fence still, and they're like, hey, we know the game looks like total shit now, but Hawkeye's coming, Black Panther's coming, don't you want to level up and be able to get those guys? You know, they look cool, right? No. Yeah, this game, I cannot believe the fucking retardation. Like, there must have been like a brain slug going through the office that day and just fucking up everybody's decisions, because it's so stupid. The game that everyone was already complaining that it was too hard. It took too long to get shit.
Like,
fucking live
the issue with the Avengers game is that I think in theory it's really cool, but like, they done fucked up. Like,
yeah, because in execution they got way too greedy and they cranked that dial up when they should have cranked it back.
And the Avenger games is by Square Enix, right?
It's developed by Crystal Dynamics and published by Square Enix.
Gotcha. Okay.
God, dude, fucking.
So, anyways, yeah, this the EA FIFA thing. So they're just tampering with people's accounts who pay them to give
them the special stuff.
That's funny. Like the fact that you're able to do that is stupid enough, because why is it in the system that you could even do that in the first place?
I mean, okay. In EA's defense, and fucking fanboys come kill me. Like Riot has this as well, right? Like Riot support has this ability.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah.
If someone like takes your account, they can reinstate it, or like you can deactivate your account, for example. Like whatever. Like a lot of places have this kind of support system.
If the Neopets team didn't have access, that lady wouldn't have gotten her little stupid ass Neopet back. So.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I'm just like, because I keep forgetting that like this is not like a single player game.
Yeah.
Or couch co-op. It's actually online MMO or not MMO.
It is.
But you know what I mean.
It is an MMO.
Yeah.
It's massively multiplayer online. It's just not an MMORPG.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I understand why they have access to that. I mean, like, fuck. Dude, I'm like such a cynic. I'm just like, of course somebody's selling like this stupid shit. Like,
of course someone's
someone's doing that. Like it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Especially if little Billy just wants the best one and you work at EA, you're just like, all right, Billy, I got
fuck
you.
it. I'm just gonna open this shit up and put it in there. Yeah.
It's only gonna be like $2,000 out of your dad's bank account. It's fine. Well, it's like the issue to me is not that this shit is necessarily happening. I mean, it is an issue, but like as stated previously, I'm a fucking cynic. So like this shit is always gonna happen, right?
I think if they were a little more transparent about it, you know, I'd be like, whatever. It's fucking EA. They're all scumbags.
Well, it's like, okay, here's the thing that there's two options here, and I think both are equally fine, right? One is just don't, and the other is like because they want specific, right, like these are the games that like do the packs, right? The same shit as like Battlefront and stuff. Like you should have they should have like a set price list to buy like specific characters and just have them added.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. It should be just like buying DLC for fucking Fighters or Tekken or something.
Well, I mean, if you look at it more, I look at it more like it's a fucking like trading card game, right? Like if you want to buy that single specifically, like sure, you can get it for like $5 instead of buying a pack for $3.99 or whatever.
Right. Get it straight up for more expensive than getting it with the randomly in the pack, yeah.
Yeah. And like I don't necessarily agree with that, but like that is at least like legal.
Yeah, like it's still like a shitty game they're playing, but you know, it's less of a rip off than what they're doing.
Yeah, it's like, am I really gonna talk shit when I played Yu-Gi-Oh for how many years? Like
right, exactly.
But like
my god, I bought the same fucking deck probably like 9 times.
Same, bro. No, but like okay, the thing that annoys me is that like you know this is happening to kids. Like it's people who I mean, I'm not saying that this is happening specifically to kids right now, but like these are people that like don't have the idea of money is not real to them, you know?
Right.
Like to a kid,
like mommy and daddy have infinite dollars, so I can just get anything.
Or like to a kid, like $100 is like you might as well be a millionaire, like you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like $2,000. Is that really that different from $50 to a kid? Like not really. So it's just that's where it kills me.
But again, like they know that, and they're just trying to catch the people who aren't going to stop their kids from doing that shit, you know.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna refund everybody.
Hold on, I'm reading this fucking EA article, and it's like, the last quote is, "We have also made it clear that since the creation of Ultimate Team, that items cannot be exchanged outside of our game, and that's key to how we keep our game safe and manipulation from bad actors. That is a breach of principle." And I'm like, hold on, you're someone from EA, you don't have principles.
Well, the worst thing about this is not that EA is mad that this is happening, they're mad that they're not getting a cut. Because it's their employees going around them to fucking do it, right? So if they were doing this legit, EA would be like, yeah, whatever. As long as we're getting that 10%, baby, but they're not.
Yeah, it's just like...
So that's the only reason they're like, this is wrong, this is manipulation, this is... No, this is your game plan. They're just charging a little more for it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, like... It is ridiculous to me. I don't, how does EA continue to fuck up like this? You know?
Well, this is an employee more than... EA, but like EA
But
monetization.
how do they allow this kind of shit to happen? Like the way they monetize things breeds this kind of fucking
that is
desire to get this shit. Like
Yeah.
when you put monetary value on things like this, people will go to crazy lengths to get it, and they'll go around your system to make money off of it.
They just want whales, and then the whales are like, I want to be like having my stuff without being a whale.
The whales are like, I wanna be a whale, but I want a more direct hook, you know.
Well, it's like fucking. I don't understand when you have games like Valorant or League of Legends that have shown that if you just have everything on the market at the same time, pretty much, like people will still buy every fucking skin, you know?
Yeah, like people. So the thing is, like, you can have your rolling system if you have the market to just buy things too. People will be like, man, you are more likely to roll for like higher level stuff for cheaper than you would to go, oh, all this stuff is expensive. I don't want to buy it. But I could roll this one thing and get something, whether it's maybe as expensive or not more.
Yes.
Because people, I'm just saying, people buy boxes more than if they have access to buying the thing as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, like they'll still go for the random stuff, but there are people who are like, fuck all that chaos.
I'll
Just
just
give me
buy
what I want.
everything right now if you just gave me the option instead of rolling 7,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just like in a world,
In a world,
in a world
society
that like you have this type of monetization model that very obviously works. I don't understand why you wouldn't just copy that shit. Or you can like again going back to Riot. If you go to Valorant, like their shop changes every week, right? But you can buy the same gun or like. The skins are the same for an entire week, and then they roll out, you know?
Right.
And then you can buy them, like, if you want to elsewhere. But
Yeah.
it's just like, I don't know.
It's because they're trying to follow like the mobile game market idea, which like mobile games, whenever they're successful, they're stupid crazy successful, right? So
Yeah, but like fucking,
they're trying to follow that, but they're doing it for like bigger games that you're already paying $60 for.
Yeah, fucking nuts.
And then also they're also trying to make them $70. They're trying to increase the price.
increase the quality before you increase.
Right. And then they're trying to also squeeze in these mobile game structures where, you know, you're only really playing some of the game, and most of the time you're basically running a casino.
Yeah, I don't get it. I just fucking...
I get it because I also have these incredibly evil, sinister thoughts where it's like, I just want to rip everybody off. But, you know...
You don't have a product to sell yet?
I have well, not even that. I'm just not genuinely evil, you know? I'm not a sick sociopath.
See,
you know?
you're not greedy, but you're okay with ripping people.
Because you guys know I hate money, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I'm totally fine with like ripping someone off, maybe, but not like stealing from them, you know. Like maybe like a clever, like DLC.
I'll rip you off, but I won't take the money out of your pockets. Don't worry.
To me, the most clever thing video games did was DLC, you know. Because it's like, we're selling you the game, but also here's some more game for like $15, bruh. You know, it's like that to me makes sense. That's a good grift, you know. But the shit they're doing is just like, it's so transparent, you know. It's so like, there's no class to it, I guess. It's just straight up like greedy business CEOs being pieces of shit, you know.
Yeah.
Did we talk about
Evo?
I think we talked about it before the
so.
podcast.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and talk about it.
PlayStation buys Evo.
Yep. Incredible.
And so basically,
actually, really good for Evo.
well,
Really, really, really good for Evo, which
Kind
is
of.
probably on its last fucking legs. But there are some other things that
There are some drawbacks.
like
people pause.
Smash won't probably be featured in Evo.
Yeah.
Not because of Sony, but because of Nintendo.
Well, I think it's probably twofold. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I'm sure I bet there is like a deal on the table that Nintendo is totally fine with making with Sony, and Sony is like, this is egregious, so no, you know,
or vice versa.
Yeah. So the thing is that the Sony is a joint partnership with another company, and that other company would want as many people to compete, and Smash brings the numbers. Like, let's be real, Smash brings the entrants, it brings the viewers, it usually has the highest viewer count every time there's EVO.
It brings the monsters.
It does bring the monsters. But the thing is that, it just brings so much money to the table. So as a whole event, EVO would want Smash to be there. Both Sony would profit off of it, and EVO would profit off of it. However, Nintendo would hate that Sony would profit off of it.
Exactly. Nintendo doesn't give a fuck how much money it might make. If somebody else is making even a dime off of it, no fucking way.
So that's the main issue, is since Sony is involved, that Nintendo may be like, you guys aren't allowed to make money off our game.
Yeah.
That is, like...
Is it not the most petty bullshit?
That is, like, beyond stupid in my head. Because, like, that is, like, so counter to just how business is supposed to work, you know? Like, you're supposed to be cutthroat, but you're not supposed to be that cutthroat.
Because we've heard stories about how Nintendo would cancel events because even though someone would put all the money up for them, all they had to do was put out a single tweet and they still cut it.
All the Nintendo of America Twitter account would have to say is, watch EVO, watch the Smash EVO stream here on Twitch or whatever the fuck. And that's it. You would never have to hear about it from them again for another year.
But they'll be like, but we're not making money off of it, and you guys are. So nope. They've done that. They've already done that multiple times with different Smash competitions.
Hell, they do it with fucking people who just kind of want to make some cute Nintendo shit for themselves. You know. Yeah. So this is cool that EVO is not going to die. You know, since it got bought by Sony, it'll probably be like a bigger event. EVO and Sony have had like a pretty good relationship in the past.
Yeah.
So I'm not really surprised at this.
Sony also just does a lot of FGC stuff in general.
Yeah.
So like, it wasn't that surprising that they would join EVO. I believe 2 years ago, 2019, most of the games were ran on Sony products, anyways.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like they literally give EVO like PlayStations to use for tournaments and stuff because they have such a good relationship with them.
Well, the one thing I will say is that as a Dragon Ball fanboy, all of the tournaments currently being played online outside of Japan are being played on PC for Dragon Ball, and there is a noticeable frame difference.
Also, so like this is how incredible this whole thing is that Tekken is going to be at EVO online, but guess what? Tekken is going to be played on PC.
Hell yeah!
At EVO online. So like Sony is literally just like, no, we are just basically we own some of this and we're sponsoring it. We're okay with using different whatever you need to use to play.
Which I hope leads Sony to putting out more shit on the PC in general.
Yes, that would be incredible.
I hope they look at what Microsoft is doing with Xbox and all that shit and just go, fine, we'll put it on your fucking computer. I wouldn't even mind if Sony did their own like even if they didn't put it on Steam and they did like their own kind of like Xbox like what's it fucking
Game
called?
Pass?
Game Pass thing, yeah, but just for Sony on the PC.
How
that would be
okay.
awesome.
Okay, this is gonna be real dumb. I just thought about it just now, so like I'm gonna ask you guys, how would you feel about an external like attachment to your PC that goes through the USB port or something that is Sony, and it just basically is a hard drive for your Sony games, and it just encodes them so that way you can just like, instead of buying a whole PS5, you can buy Sony brand PC PS5, where you just plug it into your PC and it's your Steam library.
My dude, what?
It's like well, cause you're talking about like a Steam box, right?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, like an external PS5 for your PC.
Because basically what a Steam box is, it's like the reverse of that, where you take that and you plug into a console and you can play your Steam shit on it.
Oh yeah, I have one of those.
I think so. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. You know, I would just have to think like what. So, I would. I guess I'm thinking like what the point would be. Why would if it's on PC? Why wouldn't they just put it on? You know.
Well, I mean, I'm saying since they're not on PC right now, like they don't have all their shit on PC.
Like a store or anything.
Yeah, so it would basically just be a cheaper way or a cheaper PS5 since you already have a PC and you don't want to buy a whole new console because.
So basically just like a machine that gives you access to like the PlayStation Store from your PC, and then you can play, and then it runs the games from that thing on your PC.
Yeah, so you can run it at whatever things you want because PC can run way better than console.
Yeah,
you can
that would be ideal. That would be awesome. I wouldn't have to have another giant ass fucking machine.
I mean, the great thing would be if it just ported and they port it well. But if you can't do that, then hey, have this box that it's cheaper than a PS5, but it can run your PS5 games on your PC.
The only time I would invest in that is if it allowed me to play on PSN.
Okay.
Because
most
of the games I either like are already coming out on PC, or I don't care enough to get a PS5 for. Like the only game that I would seriously consider getting a PS5 for is Spider-Man, the Miles Morales one.
Okay.
But I'm not going to get a PS5 just for that game.
I want it for Demon Slayer, but
so like
Demon Souls.
Because you know what, I would want that because I would want to be able to play with like other people on the PlayStation Network because like not everything's gonna get crossplay, right? And say the scene for something is not on PC, but you have the game right there, right? So if it's on the PlayStation network, then yeah, you would want that.
Yeah, I would absolutely do that if it had a.
Yeah, if it created crossplay.
Yeah, essentially.
But at that point, you're just creating like the best machine ever.
Yeah, that would actually be fantastic. Like, honestly, I would buy a box that just let me crossplay. Like, that actually sounds fantastic.
But I don't want fucking Sony to get in their heads that I'm going to pay for that shit. So,
I mean, yeah,
it depends on how good it is. If it's a big pile of shit, if it doesn't really work,
then
I think it also depends on the price. Because, like, if it's one thing if I need to buy the games as well. Like, I don't want to pay $100 for something that I also need to buy the games for, right?
Yeah.
Because theoretically, all it is just hijacking off of your already being used internet cable. Like, they're not paying my internet bill. Fuck them.
I was gonna say, like, if it's $100, then PSN should be free for that. And you should also have access to the PSN games, which are great.
I think the problem is that they tie like the PlayStation Network to PlayStation Plus and all that.
That's what I was meaning. PlayStation Plus should be free, and you would have access to the PlayStation Plus games.
But again, like they wouldn't do that because PlayStation Plus also gives you access to so many other things.
Yeah,
it's not just the network; it's also all of the shit. That's why the machine should really just connect you to it. Not like if it was going to give you something for free, it should just give you the PlayStation Network for free, but not like the free games every month or whatever and all the extra other shit.
Plus gives you access to.
I'm definitely down for it connecting to you, but like at that point, I would just rather them run a proxy server, like a proxy software, and just let me connect because there's already PlayStation Now to play on PC. But like, I don't want to play fighting games on that shit because it's gonna be laggy as fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
Admittedly, haven't tried it, so like, PlayStation executives come at me. But like, fucking,
pretty much guaranteed to not really play that well.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. Like,
it
depends.
Just
Cameron,
like I just
what you just described was a mother box, a machine that literally just makes your dreams come true.
Well, I mean, it went way further than where I was starting. Not my fault.
That's way different from my mom. But yeah, I'd be down for something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that could be interesting, or like seeable in the near future. But
hit us up, Sony.
Actually, you know what?
We got the ideas.
You know what would be cool? is if you could buy like the PS5 software to run on your PC. So like you don't have to buy the hardware for it. You can just buy the software. So like,
God damn, how much would that cost?
I mean, like let's say because what's the discless PS5 right now? Is it 400?
I believe so.
I thought it was 500,
Discless?
and then Discless was 500, and then the other one was 600, wasn't it?
I don't think so. I think the one. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think discless is 400, and the one with the disc is 500.
It is. Yeah, you're right. 400,
Okay.
and then 500 was the disc.
Yeah. Okay. So like, let's say it's $400, right? Just on average, right? I would pay like $250 to $300 just to have access to the software.
Well, also think about why it's $400, right? Like, you're getting $400 for a box that you don't really have access to a lot of the stuff inside, right? If you just sell the software to people, you're giving them access to so much shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it should be the majority of the price, but like, I don't know. Like, I would pay I would probably buckle up and buy essentially a console's worth of stuff minus maybe $100 for parts, like to be able to just run it off my PC.
So would a lot of modders.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I realize I'm not exactly like the person that would take advantage of that, but like, I just don't want to go downstairs and turn on my PlayStation.
Cause you just want to be able to play PlayStation games on your PC. Those motherfuckers want to be able to take entire games apart and show you the fucking meat. You know.
Because people would pay like I wouldn't say hundreds of thousands, but probably tens of thousands to get access to the like software data.
Some motherfuckers would break your grandma's knees for that data.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
I know. I realized, like, after you guys said that, I realized it was a bad move. But
I mean, it would be super cool. I would also enjoy that because I would probably mess around with that stuff a little bit.
Instead of it being like just the software, like if you could just get like a consumer version of the PS5's like not maybe library, but like access to it on your computer. Like everybody just wants to be able to play their console games on PC, and
I want to be able to open up the PlayStation Store on my PC, download a game, and then play that game from my PC.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sony, for facilitating this process.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like that would make more sense if Sony still made PCs.
That's true.
I mean, they do. They make consoles. They just,
You're right. Yeah.
they make specialized shitty PCs.
Yeah.
No, like,
that they lock you out of.
yeah. Well, like, that's the thing, right? Like, I think they theoretically could. I mean, like, okay, so obviously, like, I'm no fucking big brain hacker boy, but like, I think they theoretically could just encrypt everything on their end and then only have the decryption at our end, like at the very end of it. Because I think that's what Fortnite does for Fortnite. I was gonna say Epic for Fortnite, but yeah, like what they do is they do a lot of encryption, and then only on the like very end process of the decryption does it get displayed into the game. Not that that stopped people from creating aimbots, but like.
Right, yeah. I'm sure there's ways to like tighten up security so people don't fuck with it too much, but I think inevitably somebody's gonna find a way around it and be like, hey, you can do this, this, and this.
And then just hire him to help him stop doing that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like the Nintendo Ninjas did.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I would pay really good, near console qualities levels of money just to be able to play PlayStation games on my PC.
Yeah.
Or have access to the PlayStation Network on my PC. So
Tell Sony that.
I'll
tweet
tweet
Sony
at
right
them.
now and
Yeah.
be like, I will give you $500 right now for software that lets you play this shit on my PC.
Yeah, 300. Let's not go hasty.
Yeah.
I can't miss a month of rent.